Hey everyone, Michelle here, personal trainer and lifestyle coach. Today we are here to talk about our July 2023 theme of the month, being an effective communicator. Now, the last month we talked about listening and what some skills were that we could work on in order to be able to listen to people better. So now we're talking about the other end in communicating and talking with other people. So what we're gonna do is a fun little interactive exercise. What I'd like you to do is take a piece of paper and a writing utensil, and I am going to describe some basic geometric shapes and have you draw them on this piece of paper. And then what we're gonna do is see if your drawings match mine. So first what we're gonna do is I want you to draw a triangle, okay? Then the next thing that you're going to do is draw a box underneath the triangle. Perfect. We got a triangle, we got a square. So, does your drawing look anything like this? Like that? Or maybe even like that? Or is it completely different? You could have interpreted that in any way. So there is a chance that, as I told you, those two geometric shapes, that maybe your drawing looked a little bit better or a little bit different than mine. So now we're gonna try one more. I want you to draw a circle. Then you're gonna draw another circle on top of that. And you're gonna draw another circle on top of that. And then you're gonna draw a square on top of that. Now, does your drawing look like this? Maybe it looks like this. Maybe it looks like this. Or again, maybe it looks completely different. So this is what we should really think about when we're trying to communicate with other people. Remember that everyone has a different perspective, and that perspective is tainted a little bit by their experiences, maybe by their emotions, by the things that they've gone through, by the way that they see the world. So even though we might think that we are expressing ourselves and being very clear about the things that we are telling other people, there is a large chance that there is a miscommunication going on, or that they might be reading it differently than how we're putting it out. So that's really important, is to recognize, number one, that people come from different perspectives. Number two is to recognize that we are also communicating both directions, right? So it's not just me talking at you, you talking at me, it's us having a conversation together. So what we can do is use this to our advantage. We can practice doing things like summarizing what the other person is saying, asking the other person maybe what they think that we said, asking clarifying questions, and realizing that this is a two-way street. Communication is both the listener and the speaker. So we want to make sure that we have both parties involved in all of these different conversations, and that we're both thinking about the same things in order to make sure that we are the most effective in our conversations. Now, how this might start is by us over-communicating, maybe over-explaining. But what will happen over time is that we start to sharpen our skills. We can be more succinct. We can realize the way that different people perceive things or how they communicate, and start to curve the way we communicate to them based on their style. Something else to keep in mind is that it's okay to take a little extra time to think about what you're going to say before you say it. Sometimes that ends up being better in the long run, because you are, again, a more effective communicator, because you're putting out exactly what you mean, not confusing them by talking through all of your thoughts out loud. Now, some people do work better that way, and if that's the way that you work and you need to talk things through out loud, that's okay. But it's important, again, to have the ending part of the conversation be very clear, be succinct, and be very direct. So these are all going to be things that we work on throughout the month, and essentially what we're going to take a look at is what was an opportunity that you had in order to try to communicate more clearly with someone, and how did it go? Are there additional things that you can work on? Are there other skills that you could employ? And I will include some different tactics and some different resources below in order for you to be able to get a little bit more information on how to communicate effectively. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.